Our next guest says the rising cost of public employee retirement benefits is a principal budgetary stress, not just in Wisconsin, of course, in California, but all across the country. As we just discussed in the Chalk Talk, unfunded state and local government pensions add up to more than $3 trillion. Joining us now to talk about this potentially catastrophic problem and solutions is Josh McGee. He's Vice President for Public Accountability Initiatives at the Laura and John Arnold Foundation. Good to have you with us, Josh.
Thanks for having me, Lou.
We're looking at numbers, for example, in San Jose that are just, I mean, this is insane that a city would run deficit year after year after year and be turning over pension benefits that amount to 90 to 95% of an employee's salary. How in the world did we get in this kind of idiotic mess?
So I'm not going to get too much into the generosity of public employee benefits. The fact is we have a system that allows for political gaming and significant underfunding, which crowds out other discretionary spending.
It sounds to me like you just got into it.
As Rahm Emanuel said, it's crazy to have our citizens choose between pensions and a police force, pensions and paved streets.
Yeah, you know, it's crazy to do a lot of things, and we've done a lot of those things here as Americans over the course of the past 40 years. But when we look at the decision that's going to be made in San Jose, San Diego, state of Wisconsin, how important do you think those elections in those jurisdictions are to the presidential election?
I think it could be huge. These elections, these votes on Tuesday have been cast as a referendum on public employee unions. I think this misses the underlying theme, the need for government reform to deal with state and local budget shortfalls. I think that's going to be a huge theme as we go into the presidential election. I think it's a huge impact on people's lives.
Let's help them out. What is the solution then?
Well, the solution is to first mandate transparency with respect to the cost of these public employee benefits. Second, to require that governments pay the full cost of benefits each year. To create a responsible funding schedule to pay down the unfunded liability. And third, to improve the portability, the generational equity, and security of benefits for employees.
Okay, whoa. We're all talking American here. What in the world did you just say?
So the truth of the matter is right now, public employees, after working full careers, are facing more budgetary and political pressure on their benefits than ever before. Benefits that they've counted on for a very long time.
I don't really care about the fact that they're going to have to make some adjustments because every citizen in the country in the private sector has to do so given the vagaries of the free market system. Why in the world should I be overwhelmed because public employees would have to make an adjustment as well?
To be clear, I'm not arguing that you should be overwhelmed. I'm saying that they have counted on one thing for most of their lives, and we should improve the security of those benefits by promising them and paying for those promises.
And what if I said to you that that's absolutely irrational because it's pretty clear as the nose on your face that these municipalities are not going to be able to do so without raising taxes extraordinarily and frankly impossibly, as you know. So why would you say such a thing?
I would agree with that. Maybe you misunderstand. I think that benefits will have to be adjusted.
It's entirely possible that I do, and that's why I beseech you to be as clear as possible.
I fully expect that benefits in a lot of places will have to be adjusted. Budgetary pressure is just going to be too great. What I am arguing is that the current system promises one thing and delivers another. It promises one thing to employees, it promises one thing to taxpayers, and delivers something completely different. Costs have skyrocketed right at the time when we can least afford them. We need to create a system that responsibly pays for and promises benefits to employees and is honest about cost with taxpayers.
And let me ask you this, because I get a little confused. I don't understand why public employees should have defined benefit programs, pension, and private sector employees should have 401k. Help me out here.
So I think that the traditional final average salary pension is going by the wayside. I think that it's too difficult to predict what the costs are. I think we're going to see a sea change over the next few years here, move towards hybrid systems, cash balance, and defined contribution.
Let me try this again, Josh. I don't understand why a public employee should be treated differently than a private sector employee.
I agree that the current system creates huge underfunding. I don't know that I'm going to go down the road of of saying that negotiated benefits inside a fair system, inside a market system even, should be taken away.
But I'm not talking about taking them away. I'm talking about why would we have a separate class of citizenship for those who work for government versus those who pay for government in the private sector?
I agree with you, Lou.
Josh, on that note, we're just going to say thank you very much. Come back soon, would you?
Thanks, no problem.
Josh McGee. Up next, report.